What's cracking, everybody, and welcome to episode 79 of the Good Kraken podcast. I am one of your hosts, Ernell Pearson, alongside my little Thai peanut. It's Xander.
What's going on? What's cracking?
Dude, dude. You know what I'm saying? Lock and load in the chat. I was listening to the Who's This Shipwreck show, and I was seriously crying, laughing so hard. Honestly, that was like one of the funniest fucking shows we've heard.
Easily one of the funniest episodes we've done so far.
I was listening back to the actual like Who's This moment while I was working the other day, and could not help but fucking die over that shit.
You're sitting there penciling in, this is my villain origin story.
Yeah, basically, dude. Oh, was the intro quiet, Esco? I'm sorry. Here, I'll make sure to turn up the system audio so you guys can be shockingly shocked throughout the rest of the show. Nolan Horn. There you go. There you fuckers go. Xander, you and I have... I don't think you and I have hosted a show with just you and I for a while. For a long... I think we've only done it one other time.
I think we've only done it one other time. And then anytime it was just you and me, it was like on my end.
Right. I'm pretty sure this is only our second time. And if I remember correctly, it was you and I for... I almost want to say Shang-Chi, because I feel like it was because we did two Shang-Chi episodes. We did our regular review, and then we did a spoiler cast. I can't remember. Yeah, I know, right? I know. Fucking surreal in the chat.
We're gonna have to go back. We're gonna have to go back onto the YouTube and
right. Take a peek at that. I know. Yeah. Surreal, what's happening? Oh, Esco gave us hydrate. I'm gonna drink.
Cheers.
Cheers. I got my cock and bull. That's what we're drinking tonight. You know what I'm saying? But Dusty in the chat, water. Baby boy, how you doing? I love you. I miss you. I just want everyone to know that you guys said you dumped for me. Listen, it was a typo. Esco, it was a fucking typo. Okay. Jesus Christ, Xander, dude, how has your week been?
It's been up and down. It's been up and down, father to father. Okay?
Yeah.
We have to have that talk.
Because Christmas weekend, right? Like that's a stressful weekend for any parent, realistically. You know,
my God. Like so much stimulation for such a young child, and she has been.
Yeah.
Just trying to get her to brush her teeth. Like, hey, all right, let's wind down. Let's all right. Let's brush our teeth. Let's get ready for bed. Let's go to sleep.
Yes,
and she's just like, no. Just straight up. Shuts down. Shuts down completely.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of what we want, though, right? Is the shutdown? That's kind of
well, not the good kind of shutdown. It's like it's not like nowadays when you shut down everything goes quiet. No, it's like back when dial-up was still a thing, and you hear that fucking tone in the back, and it's like.
Yeah, for sure.
Chill the fuck out.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah,
we're getting there.
It's a childhood tune-out thing, right? Because it's like my mom, she wears hearing aids on both ears, and when she doesn't want to hear us talk anymore, she just click. And she'll do it in front of us. She'll just turn it off, like right in fucking front of us. Like, are you fucking serious?
There are times where I wish I had that ability. I wish I had that.
You really don't.
I wish I had that remote. That remote from Click. And it was like mute.
Oh right, I know. I want the remote from Click. I want the wife from Click. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I just Kate Beckinsale my life.
I'm telling you, everyone at the time, they're like, oh yeah, Kate Beckinsale's hot, but like in Underworld, I'm like,
no.
Dude,
Kate Beckinsale and Click. Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Adam Sandler and Click? Are you fucking kidding me?
Also, can we talk about how Click would like just unexpectedly made anyone with any sort of like emotional trauma just cry?
Dude, I went fucking ballistic watching the hospital.
Dude, at
scene.
the end, like, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen Click, by the way, you live under a fucking rock if you haven't seen Click yet. Wait, he's chasing after his family, and he's already old and everything, and he just keels over right there. I was like, no!
Dude, and the rain pouring down. Oh, dude, no, fuck that, man. Dude. Fuck that, man. Let's go. Says, my mom said something like, however you acted as a child will come back tenfold with your kids. I behaved enough as a kid, never got in trouble. I mean, yes and no. No, it's kind of true. It's kind of true. Yeah. I guess I can't argue that. I can't argue that. Just like you guys can't argue us, because tonight we are talking Spider-Man still kicking ass, Riot, Tasting Steel, and our Hawkeye review, and much, much more, because this is a Good Kraken podcast, your choice for all the nerdy video game and pop media news, reviews, and discussions that you want to hear, live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. and Saturday at 12 p.m. right here at twitch.tv/Good Kraken Show. Yeah. If you're riding this wave, you can head on over to patreon.com/Good Kraken Show, where you can submit questions and topics to the show, get exclusive post-show content, and have early access to episodes before they go live on podcast and video services across the digital sea. Give it to me. Give it to me, Xander. Give me a yarg. Give me a yarg. Yeah, fuck yeah, let's go. But if you've emptied your pockets for the latest and greatest in entertainment, that is totally fine. You can watch us record this show live right here at twitch.tv/Good Kraken Show. And if you are watching live, you have a very, very special job. You can hit us over on our Discord, where on our Discord, you will find a very wonderful server called Fact Check. Where as we go through the show, you can make sure that anything that we are fucking up, information-wise, fact-checking-wise, anything like that, you can find for us, you can dump it in there, and at the end of the show, we will go in and read to see anything that we messed up so that we can correct ourselves and hold ourselves accountable. You guys can hold us accountable at home. We appreciate it. If you have Amazon Prime, you also have Twitch Prime. We would love for you to give that to us to help keep us pushing content out for all of you watching and listening at home. But you can also support us by going to our YouTube channel, by clicking that beautiful bell and big red button, or by subscribing to our podcast channel by searching Good Kraken with an exclamation mark and leaving a review there. Xander.
Yes.
We have some captain's orders, my friend.
Aye.
Oh God, I'm burping on stream again. Oh God, maybe cock and ball wasn't a good.
I was like hiding it behind like different movements. So I was like,
Spotify enabled podcast ratings. Please go give us a rating over on Spotify. We would appreciate that. It would help us a lot to rate us on there, rate us on Apple Podcasts. We're trying to really get our just obnoxious voices into as many ears as possible, just spreading it like a virus. You know what I'm saying? Just spreading it like a virus. That's what we need. Like your hat,
like the Omarion
variant. Hoodie. You like the Omarion variant. Yeah. I explode where my heart used to. Never listening to Xander on Spotify again. And Serial says, I did, losers. Thank you, Serial. We love you. We love you so damn much, dude. Seriously. Also, reminder, we are taking Friday and Saturday off, one more weekend off for us to celebrate and acknowledge New Year's Eve and New Year's Day weekend over on our end, kind of hang out with our families and stuff. But next Tuesday, we shall return with another Good Kraken podcast episode. We'll be going over our schedule for the rest of this week for 3 days that we will be doing content for y'all at the end of the show. But for now here, we have Esco, I rated, but also have a great clip. Am I allowed to post? Of course you're allowed to post, Esco. You're more than allowed to post. You're a subscriber. You're allowed to do that. You know what I'm saying? You can do that. That's totally fine. You can do that. Just like we can go to Little Wave.
Oh wait, no, that was a slightly bigger wave than a little wave.
Xander,
I feel like a little wave I should be like sploosh.
Skadoosh. Xander, do you want to take a little wave tonight, or do you want to take the Helm? Because we only have one story for the Helm tonight.
I can do little waves.
Okay, all right, man, my friend, take it away, my guy.
Let's go. Starting off big with one of my favorites, Spider-Man No Way Home has officially earned $1 billion. That's billion with a B.
Billion
dollars
with a B.
Billion at the global box office. Spidey reached the impressive milestone over the Christmas weekend by earning another $81.5 million domestically and $121.4 million internationally. These numbers, which brought the domestic total of the film to $467.3 million with an M dollars, and the international total to $587.1 million with an M dollars, were enough to help it secure the third highest Christmas Day gross, 10-day gross, and superhero film gross of all time. Holy
what
smokes.
A fucking movie,
that is
man.
A lot of money.
What a fucking movie, my guy.
That's a lot of cash money.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
God, just
Holy
all the dollars.
Smokes. And it's
all
well
the
deserving.
Dollars. Yeah, oh,
well deserving.
Oh,
because it's so...
Yeah.
Okay. Again, we're still keeping it spoiler free, but it's just so... It's such a love letter to not only Marvel fans, but Spider-Man fans. If you still have yet to see it at this point, go fucking see it.
Please, good God, please go see it. Listen, we know that the Omarion variant is out there. It is hunting. It is hunting. Okay, it's looking for your icebox where your heart used to be. Okay, but you need to see this movie as soon as you possibly can. All right, like you have to. This movie is so unbearably incredible. I've yet to stop being like thinking about it. I've yet to stop thinking about this goddamn movie, dude. It's so good. I am taking my family to go see it next Wednesday. We have like basically an entire theater to ourselves because nobody else got it on a Wednesday fucking night. So I'm really fucking excited to go see it. I'm really excited for them to see it because all of us watched the original Spider-Man, so they all know the villains from the original movies. God, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
See, I'm just imagining you going to an empty theater for that movie. You're gonna be like doing everything you wish you could have done the first time you saw it, and you're just gonna run around the fucking theater like,
yeah. Let's fucking go, dude. Let's fucking go. Like what? Like the part? No, I can't talk about it.
Yeah, we can't. Let's just move forward before we get too off track here. Nintendo Switch eShop is back up after many experienced outages on Christmas Day 2021. Just a heads up for our Nintendo listeners. So it was out. Shit was out.
Yes.
Shit did done broke it.
Yes. It because they gave a heads up to Nintendo Switch users saying that if you are going to be getting a Nintendo Switch for people in your family or anything like that, the making of a profile. Excuse me. Goddamn. The making of a profile on a brand new Nintendo Switch on Christmas weekend was going to be way overloaded server side. So they told everybody, if you're going to get one, make your profile ahead of time. If you're giving one to someone, make their profile ahead of time if you can help it, because we can't guarantee that you'll be able to over Christmas weekend. So,
Yikers.
Good for them coming back, making it happen. You know what I'm saying?
There we go.
Making it happen. So.
Speaking of comebacks, we got John Wick 4 making a comeback, but it's slightly delayed all the way to 2023. The disappointing news was conveyed via a charming but nevertheless mildly depressing video featuring the Wickverse switchboard operators. The new release date is featured prominently on the chalkboard, March 24th, 2023, as though it was originally set to release in May of 2022. Now, do they have any other kind of like little bits and pieces of news as to why it was delayed?
No, but I'm sure it's safe to assume that it's mainly sort of riding on the fact of the pandemic. The pandemic has kind of made everything really fucking weird because it's been like in waves, right? Like it little waves, but not little waves. Oh, Esco, damn, I'm right in Esco's butt and chat about seeing Spider-Man because Esco couldn't go on a date with Surreal to go see it. But then Esco said I had a valid reason. Grandpa's in the hospital, vacation plans with him, and fam, 90% cancel for second week of January. Esco, I'm sorry. I am way fucking sorry. Send our best wishes to Grandpa and tell your family that we love them and we love you and we hope Grandpa gets better real fucking soon. Okay,
we're sending waves of good vibes your way.
Don't do that.
Just waves.
Don't do that.
Oh wait, we gotta keep it on brand.
Waves.
Listen, the way I deal with things is through humor. Okay,
sure. That's fair. Esco, it's not just because we want you to see Spider-Man. I promise you, it is a little bit. It's like 2% because we want you to see Spider-Man, but the other 98% is because we legitimately just want your family to be okay. So we love you. Give us updates as we go along. You know what I mean? Give us updates over the days. We want to hear from you. Yeah, no, the pandemic's just been really weird, dude. It's screwed up everything. We had the regular fucking virus, and then the Delta variant came, and then worries about that for a long time. Now we get the fucking Marion variant, and that's just getting all the ice boxes everywhere. Let's be real. Like any Devin's mentioned this a few times. Anything and everything is going to get fucking delayed at this point. Like it's just inevitable now, you know. So we can really just hope for the best is all.
Yeah, it's kind of like that new normal, which I feel like still a lot of people kind of have trouble grasping when it comes to delays and stuff like that. Whereas it's like that's just how it is right now. That's the state of our very being at this point with what's going on in the world. It's crazy. It really is. Because like this is kind of like the type in a way, it's kind of like the type of shit that we read about in history books. You know, like they had to deal with this crazy disease that swept the land. La, la, la.
Oh, dog, like, man,
that's wild. I never could have imagined living through a global pandemic like that. Well, hey, guess what? We're living fucking through it right now.
We fucking did it.
We're doing the best we fucking can.
So
it's just nuts.
We don't think about that until, you know, much later after the fact, right? Like we never thought about it when we were younger, but there was like an entire economic crash in 2008. You know what I mean? But like, and that made history books immensely, but we just never thought about it because we weren't old enough. You know what I mean? So something like this, like we're gonna look at this in like 10 years and be like, oh goddamn, remember we wear masks everywhere?
Yeah, just Vietnam flashback.
Yeah, just remember all the rich white people that they just did not follow the rules.
Yeah, right.
You remember that? Like,
but it's not even the rich white folk. It's just the dumb white folk down in fucking Florida and Texas. You know what I mean?
I know. But I digress.
I lived in Florida, so I can speak on their behalf. Okay, y'all are dumb. Anyway, speaking of delays. Final Fantasy 16's development delayed by almost half a year. Big reveal will take place in spring 2022. Quote, greetings everyone. When last we spoke, I promised I would have more information on Final Fantasy 16 sometime later in 2021. However, I regret to inform you that I will be unable to keep that promise as complications stemming from the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic have delayed the game's development by almost half a year. As the latest addition to the Final Fantasy series being developed for the PlayStation 5, Final Fantasy 16 has amassed a sizable team composed of talented creators from around the world. However, in an effort to offset the effects of COVID-19, we've had to decentralize that workforce by permitting staff to tackle their assignments from home. This has unfortunately hampered communication from the Tokyo office, which, in turn, has led to delays in, or in extreme cases, cancellations of, asset deliveries from our outsource partners. Doesn't say here who that quote is from.
Yeah, so that's Naoki Yoshida, the producer for Final Fantasy 16. He's sort of the talking head of the game, and yeah, they did talk about giving us some more information, you know, late this year, and you know, like we just mentioned, delays are gonna happen. They're gonna happen like fucking crazy, and I mean, like the thing is too is like places over in, you know, like Japan, for example, got hit real fucking hard, dude. They got hit real fucking hard, and it's like. Anything for did you
so anything we
anything that has to do with like outsourcing as far as like building the game's assets, anything like that is gonna get fucked up. You know what I mean? Like it's just the crux of the situation. Like it just kind of sucks all around. Like all the benefits of, you know, not having traffic anywhere that we drove in the beginning of the pandemic. The trade-off was that everything that we love and enjoy is now going to get delayed. That's just the name of the game, I guess one could say.
It's unfortunate, man.
Let someone build a PS5
what's going on in chat?
What's going on in chat?
Enlighten us. Enlighten the audio listeners.
You guys are doing Akon quotes because Xander is quote still waiting for that Akon variant, end quote. I hate it here. I hate it here, but you guys don't hate it here because we're gonna move on to the Helm. Ding ding.
Ting 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 ting.
I'm so glad I got the fucking audio fixed, dude. I'm so goddamn glad about that. Anyways, our one and only major news story this week, guys. Oh, actually, no, I lied. I fucking lied. We have some breaking news, my friends. Some breaking news here.
What a liar.
And this one I just pulled up earlier on today. Let me get this here. Ooh, fuck.
Ooh, baby, I'm not finishing that because it's DMCA.
Yeah, we don't want that. We don't get flagged. PlayStation database has God of War Ragnarok set for September 2022 release date. However, it could be a placeholder. So this is a little article here explaining God of War Ragnarok is supposed to launch at some point in 2022, but we're probably not getting an official release date announcement until fellow exclusive Horizon Forbidden West has hit store shelves in February. And even then, we're expecting Sony to give it at least another few months, assuming that it doesn't get delayed. Educated guesswork would put Ragnarok in the latter half of next year, and so this potential leak, quote unquote, is already raising brows. So it kind of goes on to talk about how some of the data has been mined on that, and talking a little bit about that database could potentially just be like a placeholder for now. It could still get delayed, but they just the way that stuff works. So suspend your belief here, okay? You know, just take that with a grain of salt. But it's nice to look over things like this because there's a good chance.
My belief just went that way.
Yeah, of course.
I suspended it.
Because there's a chance it could come out, and so it could get just straight up announced for September, and then I get to just shit all over Devin. I get to just shit all over Devin because he's been on this God of War 2023 delay bullshit for a while, and I'm not having it anymore.
Which, granted, if people are keeping track, there are very few times where you have the opportunity to actually shit on Devin when it comes to this kind of stuff.
Yeah, so because he does have a pretty good track of.
You.
Oh, that's what I'm saying, right? I'm out here like looking for reasons to like be right on this shit because he's very Devin, on the dot about this stuff, and so any excuse I can have to like beat him to the punch, I'm here for. You know what I mean? I'm here for.
Like Devin, rest his soul. He's not dead, but he's resting. He's sick.
No. He's not sick. He's not sick right now. He's actually so the alien squirrel race that Devin was having to deal with earlier this year. Yeah. So there's an alien squirrel race that has come here from another planet. And Devin has been trying to ward them off as much as he possibly can. Sometimes that means he has to be in, be out, fight off the fucking squirrels. And sometimes they get him. Sometimes they get him. Like he wins he lost the battle but didn't lose the war. You know what I mean? And sometimes he has to take a step back, focus on his next the next step of his plan. And so that's kind of what he's doing tonight. We need protection from the squirrels. We need protection from the squirrels. You know, Garrick's helped him a couple of times.
We need protection.
Yeah.
I would argue.
We do need protection. Yeah.
Speaking from,
I never do protection, but
this is the way.
This is the way. Just like this story here is the way. Riot Games to pay $100 million after reaching a settlement over gender discrimination lawsuit. Fuck. Yes, this comes from Adam Bankhurst over at IGN. I did condense this article down because this was a fucking big boy. This is a big boy.
Oh, yeah.
Surreal, what are you saying in chat? What is that word? You know, yeah, no, we don't know them. We're fathers. I don't know what that is. Riot Games, the company behind such games as League of Legends and Valorant, will pay out a total of $100 million, including an $80 million settlement, plus an additional $20 million in fees and expenses. After reaching a global settlement agreement with the California Department of Fair Employment and Housing, aka DFEH, California Division of Labor Standards Enforcement, DLSE, and several... What?
It's Defa and Delcy.
Is that actually how? Okay. And several private plaintiffs have resolved this gender discrimination lawsuit for 2018. As per the agreement, Riot will pay $80 million to all current and former full-time employees and temporary agency contractors in California who identify as women and worked at the company from November 2014 to present day. The other $20 million will go towards, quote, attorney's fees and miscellaneous expenses, end quote. Further, oh God, Jesus, fuck.
You good? Is it the squirrels?
I'm a mess tonight. Furthermore, Riot has agreed to have its internal reporting and pay equity processes monitored by a third-party company that is approved by both Riot and the DFEH for 3 years. Final approval of the settlement by the court is currently pending, and a hearing is expected to take place within, quote-unquote, the coming months. As previously noted, the settlement is for the gender-based discrimination lawsuit that was filed in 2018 following a report from Kotaku that exposed the sexist culture that became prevalent at Riot Games. Kotaku spoke to 28 current and former employees who had dealt with a quote-unquote bro culture that, quote-unquote, in some instances rewards behavior that disadvantages women. Jessica Negron, one of the two plaintiffs in the lawsuit, says she went through a situation where her manager had quit and took on all of her responsibilities, but saw no increase in compensation or change of job title. 3 men. Sorry, I got the chat update out of nowhere. We love you, Esco. We love you. We love you so much. 3 men were hired over her despite her speaking up, and she was never even interviewed or talked to about the role. Melanie McCracken is the other plaintiff in the case, claimed that after speaking up about her experiences with the sexist culture at the company, quote, HR failed to keep the meeting confidential and leak the information to her supervisor, end quote. In 2015, she took a new position, and her former supervisor was then promoted to a senior position a year later. McCracken was then told that she had been, quote, given a 5-month countdown to find a new position or be fired, end quote.
Wow.
Xander.
I feel like we should reach out to this McCracken to see if they would make a statement live here on the Good Kraken show. Just because reasons.
I can't stand you. I can't fucking stand you. After that, we'll get Burt McCracken from the U's on here. That'd be great. That'd be great.
Yeah, there you go.
Did I tell you I smoked a cigarette with him? It was like the highlight of my fucking life because they're like my favorite band in the world.
Really?
Yeah. We were outside of the venue, hanging out, and he came out. Like running, like he was running by, and then our friend Sarah, who actually knew him personally, was like, "Hi, Birdie." He was like, "Oh, hey!" And like came out, gave her a hug, and he was like, "Hey, do you by any chance have a cigarette on you?" And she was like, "I don't smoke anymore." I was like, "I got you, dog."
And you were just immediately like,
"I got you, dog. I got you." I got you, dog. Like, and it was, he gave me a hug. It was amazing. It was the highlight of my fucking life. Now, with that said, let's backtrack here to the unhappy things that have happened, to the now happy things that are happening with Riot actually paying some shit forward here. Fucking justice, man. Fucking justice,
Hell
dude.
yeah.
Yeah, fuck this bro culture bullshit we've been seeing in games for fucking millennia, dude, my guy.
Like, the thing is, like, I hated that shit growing up, too. And I got made fun of for it so hard.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like the whole like even like, you know, like playing sports in high school and shit like that, and there was very much so that bro culture that surrounded high school sports.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. And you're kind of made to think that this is how it's supposed to be. This is how things have been done for, you know, some odd years. This is quote unquote, this is the way. Like, yeah, this is not the way.
We make the bad decision of listening to 16-year-old boys about how the world should fucking work. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, dude, it's just how it is, man. Like, no, fuck off. Like, this is not, and especially in like a more professional, like, workplace environment. Like, what the why the fuck? What?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, it's
you know, pay the fuck up. Pay up.
It's glad I'm very happy to see that some form of justice is being served. Obviously, this doesn't fix some of the just terrible fucking things that happened there, generally speaking, because there was some pretty just ridiculous, over the top bullshit that was happening to the women in this fucking company. And even though this doesn't necessarily fix what the poor women had to fucking go through working for Riot Games, at least it's a step in compensating them for, you know, something as far as the bullshit that they had to go through. So, I mean, yeah, good old sweet silent justice. Not silent because it would be an entire fucking court case about it, but it's kind of silent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just glad that we're moving in a direction here that is saying that this shit's unacceptable. It's a slow pace, and I wish it would go faster, but we're moving in that direction now. And it's nice to see, especially with all this ActiBliz shit happening, the talk about Ubisoft stuff happening in their company. There's a lot of just really egregious, like, gross things that happen in this industry, and I'm glad that we're finally at a point where it's just like a mutual agreement that it needs to just fucking get stomped out one way or another, you know? So it's nice to see. It's very, very nice to see. I send my love to Melanie and Jessica, the former employees that were, you know, sort of the mastheads of this case. I hope they get big old fat juicy payouts, and they don't have to fucking work in the goddamn game industry anymore, and they could just, you know, do whatever the fuck they want for a little while in their lives. You know, that'd be tight. I want that for them. We love this goddamn industry too much, man. I don't want to see this industry just get plowed because dudes are being fucking trash. Like, that's fucking gross.
A bunch of dudes being guys.
Yeah, no, not dudes being guys. Dudes being just trash fires. It's absolute fucking trash.
Yeah,
fires.
You're right.
God damn, man.
Dudes being cunts. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, jeez. You're lucky we don't
sorry,
have
sorry.
ads.
This is a mostly American audience. They're not traditionally equipped to hear that word.
They're not. You're right. Unfortunately, you know what they are equipped for, though, Xander?
I think I do.
Some hands on deck. That's what they're ready for. Let's fucking do it. Esco, dudes being trash shouldn't be the norm. No, 100%. Esco, dudes being trash should never be the fucking norm. It's gross. Bleep it out. No, listen. People don't come in here for us to bleep out our bullshit. You know what I'm saying? They don't come here.
That's the one good thing about this motherfucking country: freedom of speech. I can say whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah, I mean, even then, that's not even.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, I feel like that's a topic for a whole new podcast.
Shipwreck show this week, right? Esco, I love the way your no transitions. Listen, I take pride in my segues. Okay, I take pride in my segues. Thank you, Esco. I try really hard to be the best host that I possibly can be. You know what I'm saying? Even if sometimes.
You know what helps with that?
What's the
those lovely animations that you got right there.
Yeah, the ones that were done by by one. It's Xander. Xander, if people want to get some graphics like that made, where can they find those at? Where can they contact you for those?
Well, you can find it. I don't know.
All right. Well,
anyway, so I don't self-promote on other people's content. Let's fucking move on.
Xander, hands on deck is our little segment where we talk about some stuff that we've been playing and watching since the last time that we were on. Xander, give us 1.5. We got some time here. We're way ahead of schedule. What's a couple things you've been playing or watching this week?
So, this one kind of goes in tandem. So I finally finished season 2 of The Witcher on Netflix.
Oh,
it was so good.
Yes,
it was so good.
Yes, baby, talk about it.
Fuck. Just, dude.
Fucking daddy.
When my buddy,
oh my god.
When my friend from work texted me saying, "Dude, just halfway through the first episode, I already love this more than the first season." I'm like, huh?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
No fucking way.
No, facts.
And
facts, dude.
Surely enough, this thing, so much more than I expected. Which, I mean, I'm fairly new to the game and the story of The Witcher in general. So when I saw the first season, I was like, okay, yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And then after the first season, I jumped into playing The Witcher 3 for a little bit. I'm like, oh, there's so many more monsters going on here and stuff like that. I'm like, well, we need to see more of that. And guess what? Season 2, there's much more monsters. I'm like, let's fucking go. But like, they do such a great job of like intertwining all these different stories that these seemingly separate characters have that just kind of commingle all together, and it's so good. It is so good.
Dude,
And I've honestly been like, I have a couple of the Witcher books in my Amazon shopping cart right now, and I'm like holding off because I got a $25 gift card for Christmas. And so I'm like right there. I'm like, but then I'm also thinking like I need a table lamp for my bedroom. So I'm just like, but anyway, that's besides the point. The Witcher season 2.
Just to jump in real quick, I actually, you probably see my updates about it. I bought the entire book set myself after watching the second season, and I was like, you know what, I gotta give this a fair fucking shake. I read the first book and like the beginning third.
Which one was that one?
So the first book is The Last Wish.
The Last Wish, yeah.
And the second book is Sword of Destiny.
Yeah, so the first season I know is like mainly on The Last Wish, and then that's how it was explained to me.
Kind
a little
of.
bit.
So it's
loosely.
The reason why a lot of people had some trouble with the first season is that even though the production was really good and the writing was really good, it's half of the first seasons from the first book, but then half of the first seasons from like the beginning of the second book. And it's like it's not.
I would
like,
assume to lead into it.
No, it's like the middle of season 1 is the first like 3 like sections of the second book. But then they move to the ending of the first book for the last part, but then they jump to the third book at the very end of the first season. And that's why things got so like mumbled and jumbled and people were like really weird about it. Now, on the plus
I've also
side,
heard that the books are a little bit kind of like hard to really like. It's not, from what I've heard, some of them are just compilations of short stories based in the universe.
Kind of. So the first two, Last Wish and Sword of Destiny, are technically like compilations of short stories, because that's why the first season sort of feels like each episode's a like monster of the week sort of situation. Like it's just another one of like Geralt's
like an anthology
quests.
Series, like Criminal Minds kind of thing.
Kind of, yeah. But they do move in a chronological order. In the books. And so like the first season sort of like is trying to have 2 parallel timelines, sort of like filling in space as it goes along. The books do move in chronological order. Even though they're short stories, it is Geralt like progressing on a main like line, I guess you could say. But so good. I plan on finishing the books and I plan on playing the fucking games. God damn, dude. God damn.
Yeah, which actually that leads me into my next one, because after The Witcher season 1, I was like, let me hop on The Witcher 3, Wild Hunt. Let me play that. I started on Xbox, and then I got right after you beat that first Griffin in the game, and then I just stopped because I ended up building my PC, and then went on PC, and I just never I ended up getting it on PC, but I never picked it back up.
Okay.
So last night was the first time picking it up on PC, and I've been playing that, and I'm planning on playing that throughout, because there is a moment in the final episode of season 2. It's a big reveal moment for series watchers, and when that happened, I remember getting to a certain point in the game where I was like, oh, yeah, I knew that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, and like Jackie was like over there like freaking out, like she's only watched the series. So I'm just like, oh yeah, that's in the game. Oh wait, if that's in the game, what else is in the game? I gotta play the fucking game. So now I'm like sold on finishing out The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, especially because no,
I don't want I got you.
But yeah, so I've definitely been on The Witcher.
It's interesting because the game. So I'm sure you saw my tweet about it, but my game plan that I'm having is to finish the books, and then get The Witcher 1 and The Witcher 2 on Steam or something, play through those. And then my plan after that is every day for the following year or so, play one quest in The Witcher 3 a day and sort of play it out as a like actual like Witcher ordeal, like going to do my job, sort of thing.
Okay.
And I'm very interested in that. But the games are a direct sequel of the books. And that's why I sort of like planned on, like, I was like forcing myself to say like, okay, like I have to do this because I want that full Geralt experience. You know what I'm saying? I want that full Witcher experience. And so I'm wanting to kind of like move into that. You know what I mean? Like,
I think the only real way to have the full Witcher experience is for you to also smell like lilac and gooseberries.
That's true. That's true. Or I can go to downtown Portland and just start monster hunting in real life. You know what I'm saying? Just start monster hunting in real life. And we feel like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm a Witcher. And then just start like, hacking at people with a
That's
stick.
Fred.
Oh my God, Bobby killed Bobby. And they're like freaking out, dude. Asco says, I have too many books to read. I can't take anymore right now. LOL. I saw a booty with my friend played it. Very serious moment. Oh, you're reading Dune? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yeah, you need that. Yeah, Esco,
I didn't
there's
really
a lot of
bring it up
sex
because
in The Witcher.
I didn't really bring up Dune yet because it says pick one game or movie. But yeah, I'm also working on this.
Yeah, sure. Cool. So you
Arcane.
watch season 2 of The Witcher, and you're now playing Witcher 3. Any others that you've been touching on this week? Any others that you've been?
Just Arcane. I've been trying to catch up to Arcane. I think I'm at like episode 4 or 5 at this point. Dude, holy crap. And then the time jump too. There's a time jump after one of those episodes, like after that pivotal moment. I think I either messaged you on Discord or Instagram.
Yeah.
I don't know which one it was, but I was just like, dude, like I was literally
3,
like
man.
on the verge of bawling. I was like, oh my God, she did not. What?
I was a big old
there's
bitch.
like the time jump, and then you're like, I'm like, you really feel for Powder.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Like, I refuse to call her Jinx. Like,
no, she's Powder. She's fucking Powder, dude. Like, she's in there somewhere.
Because like she's in there and she's just going through some shit, and I'm just like, oh, she just needed you to stay.
I know, dog. Yeah, no, that because it was episode 3 that did it for me. Like I finished episode 3 and I was like, yeah, this show is it. This show is it. And then like that, yeah. Episode 4, time jump, get to see where things are now and current, like modern day, and then it's just all good from there. Even it's still just as fucking good. And I was like, oh my god.
That's why I've been taking it in small doses, like here and there, because like there's only so much emotion that I can take. Like I watched fucking Encanto. And I watched Encanto on Disney Plus.
Well,
and
here,
just like even the first like
I don't want to take that because that's actually going to be the thing I want to talk about tonight. So yes, I watched Encanto the other night, and I have thoughts. I have lots of thoughts. Be gone, thought. So as a self-proclaimed Disney buff, because I love Disney movies. I've always loved, even before I was a fucking dad, I love Disney movies. Those soundtracks are just too much of a bop to let go of. And those stories are too fucking
Hercules still has some of the best tracks in my
opinion.
Fucking
Lion King, Elton John. Oh my god, dog. Like like Disney's giving us some of the fucking.
Can you feel the love tonight?
Tonight.
It will be. And there goes the DMCA strike right there.
Yeah, right there. Exactly. Elton John's pissed. No, it's Encanto is a great movie. It is a very, very great movie. It handles representation beautifully. Having the setting of the movie be in Colombia. They did a great job giving us representation of South Americans that was more than just light-skinned brown people. They have textured hair. They have dark skinned South Americans, which is a very commonplace in South America. They handle the representation extremely well. The characters are lovable as fuck. Every single one of them you have some kind of attachment to in one way or another. Each one has such.
I still love the toucan. The toucan was one of my favorites.
The toucan, really?
The toucan was me the entire time. Yeah. When she shows up at the sand, like, well, at least I have you. Nah, bitch, I'm gone.
She's like, never mind. Yeah. No, every character was so so well individually written for like to show their individuality, and they did it in such a fucking good job. My only gripe with this movie, and it's really kind of my gripe with a lot of modern Disney movies, is actually the music. So I was talking to Aaron, my lovely partner, about this. There's something weird that started happening in modern day Disney movies somewhere around the Brave era, where the songs were no longer like singles placed into the movies. The songs were now starting to be treated as like theater musical pieces. Where lyrically they're explaining what is happening in the story rather than them being songs that are like written as songs and then integrated into the story. And it irks me. It irks me a lot because I can miss it. See that.
Because when I think about that, I think back even to like Mulan, and Mulan was still kind of like, musical in that sense where it's explaining what's going on. Like,
sure, it was,
but you say post Brave, I would venture to say it's the post Hamilton movement. Because I do believe that Disney hired Lin-Manuel Miranda to do a lot of the songwriting for a lot of the Disney movies.
Yes,
especially like starting with like Moana, I think was the first big one. And I think you can really see a lot of his work in this one as well.
Yeah, because he's a massive theater geek. Yeah.
Oh yeah, but also he also likes to incorporate kind of like that pop sound to a lot of the songs, and I felt that a lot with God, what was the Strong sister?
Louisa.
I can't remember. Louisa. Like her song, not gonna lie, like the combination of I guess that voice actress's like job as portraying like a masculine female.
That
character.
Song was the best song of the movie. Let's be real. Her song was the best song of the fucking movie. Dog.
I thought it was a little cringy.
No, dog, it was so good, dude. Ugh. Oh, it was so good. It was so because
lyrically, I thought it was great, but
right, but it kind of reflects into what I was saying. Is like her song's kind of the only song of the entire movie that feels like it was a single that sort of expresses the general concept of that character, like what the character is doing in the movie, but you can still listen to it without really needing any context. Whereas the first song that plays, the entire lyrics are literally her describing her family. That's it. And I have zero reason to listen to that song anymore after watching the movie. If I'm not watching the movie, I have zero reason. I have zero like personal attachment to that song because it's just not relatable. The lyrics aren't relatable to me. So it's like now I'm just listening to it because it's a hypey ass beat. And they're talking about in chat, Esco and Surreal. The music was great. Instrumentally, it was fucking superb. Like they had this like dope, like South American, like Latin infusion, like pop and like fusion, like in a majority of the fucking songs. It went off, dude. It was so good. But the lyrical content,
I think it's mostly just the voice of Louisa that kind of threw me off. The whole
it could have been, yeah. Her voice actress.
To be totally honest, I was like,
her voice actress didn't. Yeah, she sounded like she was trying to talk deep. Like
what was the character that like could hear everything? She was one of my favorites.
that was Aaron's favorite.
She was so hilarious because when a moment happens and like they're like, all right, no one should know about this across the fucking house. She's just like.
I think it's Camilo, right? I think it's Camilo.
Camilo. That sound.
No. I think no, it's Dolores. Camilo is the beautiful, like majestic one, the one that like summons flowers and shit. Dolores.
Her character in the beginning pissed me off so much.
I know, same.
Which I mean, that was the point. But
right, I know.
No, that was a good movie, and I was glad I was able to watch it with Lydia, because especially like in this kind of vein of like new Disney movies where they are very very much bringing in more representation. I fucking love it because, you know, my daughter is exposed to that now.
Yeah.
Whereas like the most representation I got growing up was Mulan.
Right.
Which was huge.
Right.
Which was huge.
Well,
but now,
even for me,
she can grow up with.
Up until recently, we only had fucking Lilo and Stitch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, goddamn. Like, and then Moana came out. That's like, yeah, sure. That's what's kind of like representative. But again, like the songs are only so good. So I was like,
yeah. Also, the casting was really great. Like, if you look at the cast list, like they're all like of Hispanic descent for the most part.
Oh,
and like,
they're correcting us in chat. They're correcting us in chat. So Camilla is the one that shapeshifts. Isabel is the one that has the flower power. That's what it was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because Camilla was the one
during
that dope-ass Bruno song, that lit-ass Bruno song, with some of the best, like, animated camera work, by the way. Because it's the one strong thing this movie did was just wonderful fucking camera work and, like, color palettes and character animations. Like, they did such a fucking good job on, like, damn near everything in this movie. Anyways, if I had to, I'm giving Encanto a fucking 8.5 because it is a really fucking good Disney movie. I have not felt this good about a Disney animated movie in so long. They did a very good job about it. There were a couple of things that I was weird about as far as like relationships between characters. I felt like there were some relationships that they could have built on a little bit better. But I don't like being overcritical of like Disney animated movies because they're Disney animated movies. Like they weren't just made for me. Like so it's like,
yeah.
I like to be attentive of the fact that it's mainly for the focus is to entertain kids. And so like, right. I don't like being overcritical of Disney movies.
My biggest thing though is like ever since the pandemic started,
yeah,
Disney has no business making a grown man cry. Because I remember it started with what was it? Soul.
Jamie Foxx, my man. Jamie fucking Foxx.
Dude, I was weeping. Mm-hmm. I was weeping. Like towards the end where he's like, "Oh, that's not what your life's purpose. No, that's not what we're looking for." Like, and it's just like living, I'm like, huh? And then you got Raya and the Last Dragon. That's very God,
Raya was
very
so
close
good.
to me.
Raya was so good, dude.
Because like there were so many actual Thai people working on that project. I'm just like, no fucking way. And then like just the bowl of soup that she's making with her father in the beginning of the film.
Oh shit,
that shit got me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I hate to interrupt. I'm seeing Esco say, what got my dad is that Bruno's voice actor is John Leguizamo. I didn't realize he was Bruno.
I was gonna bring that up. John
Leguizamo
as
dog.
Bruno. Yeah.
He's
because
fucking.
I was listening to it. I'm like, I know that voice.
Yeah.
And I looked it up on IMDb, and I was like, hey, it's John Leguizamo.
Oh my God.
And then Wilmer Valderrama was Mirabel's father.
Oh shit! I didn't. Honest to God, I didn't really look at the casting for the fucking movie. To be honest.
Yeah, no, I was because I started recognizing a lot of these voices. And I'm just like, wait a second. And Wilmer Valderrama, I had to point out because Jackie has had a long-standing celebrity crush on him.
Wilmer, of course.
Yeah, I was like, on Fez, really? Dude,
Scientologist. We did confirm that he's one of the Scientologists. Yeah. John Leguizamo, Jessica Doro looking like a snack. Renzi Feliz, Diane Guerrero. Like, goddamn, they got a fucking cast.
And can we also just mention the very hilarious one that Alan Tudyk
is in this fucking movie. Why is he in this fucking movie? He's the toucan. Pico's the name of the toucan.
He's also the voice of Hey the chicken in Moana. You know that, right?
Oh my God, he is.
He is the Disney animal voice guy. Like,
I can't, dude. That's Pirate Steve.
And he's also, I'm pretty sure, the only known white person in this cast.
Literally, like by what it looks like, yeah. All the other ones are Latin American or mixed. Like it's oh my god. Oh my god. Let's see. Esco Maluma, the singer, is Mariano, the father of Camilo and Dolores. Okay. Okay. That's goddamn, dude. I love when they do representation correctly. I fucking love that shit so good.
I do have one runner up.
Okay.
Sing 2. We just saw that today.
Oh yeah? Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so one thing that people might not know about me, because I keep this very locked, but I will share with you guys, is I am actually low-key a very big fan of Shawn Mendes.
Yeah. You've mentioned before.
And there is a moment where Johnny, the gorilla or the ape, he does a rendition of "There's Nothing Holding Me Back," and they change it in such a way that shows off his voice, and I am dying to cover this because it sounds so fucking good. But like the whole thing, like I was actually amazed by like it's one of those movies where you watch it once and you're like, okay, I'm okay if my kid gets obsessed with this and wants to watch this over and over again, because you'll just be sitting there and you'll laugh at some of the dumb jokes, and then you'll start singing along and shit. And I'm like, okay, yeah, this is fucking dope. But Halsey is in this fucking movie.
Mommy,
dude,
oh my god, dude, I love her so much.
She is hilarious. Because like if you know Halsey as a person and then see the character that she's portraying like this fucking like stuck up rich kid kind of thing or whatever, and you're just imagining Halsey play this character, and she's having the time of her life with this shit.
Dude,
she's like, oh my god, Dad, he said I couldn't do this shit. I'm like, oh my god, she is literally having the time of her life with this role.
She doesn't get enough credit, man.
No, not at all.
I love that woman so much. God damn, dude. Yeah, no, I the last like Disney animated movie, or like animated movie in general, that my daughter got obsessed with was Zootopia. And honestly, I was okay with it because that's a fucking good movie. That was a very, very good movie. The entire DMV scene. Are you fucking kidding me? Just comedic gold. That entire fucking DMV scene. Like,
yes. Lydia is still obsessed with Zootopia. If she's not watching Bluey, she's watching Zootopia.
Fucking Esco in the chat. Oh my god, have you seen the Malsey meme video for singing in a mall when she was young? Have you seen that?
Oh my god.
She's doing I Miss You by Blink-182, and it's bad.
Oh, no.
It's real bad. It's real. Now, granted, she was like fucking 15 or some shit.
I mean, we were all bad at one point.
We were all bad.
I still think I'm bad.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, I'm still bad. I'm bad. But she's like bad. You know what I mean? Like she bad.
Well, you're at least posting cover videos. If you go ahead and go to Instagram.com/Ocean Shrine, my boy's got a new cover video out.
I love you so much. Husky in the chat. Welcome back, Husky baby. We missed you, dude. I just got done trying not to tear up. About what?
Oh shit, what'd you watch?
What would you watch? What'd you watch or play? Because because I saw that Husky was playing the Walking Dead series, and if you can remember Walking Dead 1, the first chapter, had me bawling at work.
Is this a new chapter? The 400 days thing?
I think it's the last one. I think it's the last one, I believe.
Oh, okay.
I might be wrong. Correct us though. Go to our Discord and go to fact check, and you can put that in there. Put that in there, my friends. Guys, we are going to move to the Gallows.
Dude, I'm all wet.
Oh, you are? Yeah, no, that's just us talking about Halsey and Shawn Mendes. That's all it is. Okay. Yeah, that's all it is.
Jeez, keep your splooge to yourself, man.
I can't, and I will not. You know what I mean? Because this is the way. Take it. This is the way. Guys, tonight for our headlining segment for the Gallows, we are talking Hawkeye review. Speaking of Disney, Hawkeye has been done now for a couple weeks. Or a week, something like that. Yeah, a week, because Christmas, it was the Wednesday before Christmas. Yeah. We were off Christmas weekend, so we didn't get a chance to talk about it on Saturday. So we're talking about it now. Okay. 6 episodes of just wonderful Hawkeye adventure. Okay, or as one could say, the Haley Steinfeld show. Uh, now, I do want to be clear.
I watch for the plot. The plot, Haley Steinfeld.
I do want to be clear. We will keep our general beginning thoughts on this spoiler free for you guys. We won't give you guys any big plot hits, but we will let you know once we're moving to spoilers. If you have not seen Hawkeye and you don't want spoilers, we will let you know when you need to exit. Okay, go out the side door. If you don't care about spoilers or you have watched Hawkeye, stick around. Let's talk some shit. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk some shit. You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a good time.
Let's fucking do it. Xander, what were your top level thoughts on Hawkeye?
So, going into this, after what was the last show? Like Loki? No, What If? We had What If.
Technically,
we had
yeah,
Loki.
What If.
Yeah, we had Loki, then What If. And we had so much just multiversal madness. I was going to say mayhem. Madness.
Wow. Wow.
There's just so much just filling my brain. Like, literally after both of those shows, I'm just like, my brain was literally that scene from Always Sunny where he's just like, Carol, like the whole shit. Like that was my brain.
Yeah.
And so going into Hawkeye, I'm like, okay, we can take a breath of fresh air, and we did. It brought us back down to reality. It kind of just it was kind of like what you expect from kind of like an old school MCU if they were to do a TV series, kind of like how they did with Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Where it brought you down. We didn't have to worry so much about, what the multiverse and what cosmic entities were lurking about and shit like that. We were just like, okay, let's focus on the ground level stuff, which was much needed in my opinion.
Breath of fresh fucking air, right?
We have been overloaded, and I love it. Don't get me wrong, but we need intermissions, if you will. Because we can't just be like, our brains would like Venom says to Eddie in the post-credit scene. Your brain would explode with all this cosmic knowledge, like, because that's literally what would happen. But no, Hawkeye was great because if you know anything about Hawkeye, if from the previous films and stuff like that, this literally takes every bit of Hawkeye's character and turns it into a TV show, like plain and simple. You have your comedy, you like the smart ass remarks and shit like that. Like that's all strung out in this fucking film or series. And it's just a nice look at ground level heroes trying to become better than what they were.
Yeah.
And it was just I loved it through and through. Like I was like looking forward to this because like this is my weekly dose of Marvel content that isn't going to completely blow my mind, which is awesome. Yeah. We needed that. And also the representation, which I actually want you to kind of take the lead on for that one when you talk about it.
Sure. Yeah. No, the to be honest with you, I was kind of like looking for things to be upset about with the show and found very few. There are some character things I'm a little weird about, as far as some, side characters that are very different in the comics, that are used very differently in the Hawkeye comics, generally speaking. But they weren't used in ways that made me dislike it at all. They were just used as ways that's like, hey, this is the MCU. This is universe 99999 or whatever the fuck it is.
This is the way.
This is the way. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. No, we. It's hard for me at all to really think of like anything just like abruptly that I would consider a grievance of the show, because everything was handled in such a way that like felt right for the overall like theme of the show. And a lot of that theme was accepting who you are for what you are, and using that as like a strength rather than considering it as a weakness. That's sort of like an overarching theme across the entirety of this first season, and they handle it really, really well. They handle that well with relationships between characters. There's some plot beats that like big plot twists and stuff like that are handled extremely well. And I'm sure, anyone that watched the last episode knows what the fuck I'm talking about. There's some shit in there that is like, let's go. Like big fucking hype moments in this damn show all the damn time. There really is just like, there's some dialogue that felt a little more cheesy than I needed it to be. But every time that's done, it's made up for with just like how good the humor is in this show.
Yeah.
They handle humor in such a good, like, down to earth, like real life way in this show. And Haley Steinfeld. Can we just give her a goddamn applause, because she just nailed it in this fucking show.
The end of 2021, and I will go ahead and predict that most of 2022 is going to be basically the year of Haley Steinfeld, because not only was she in Hawkeye, but she's Vi in Arcane.
Yes, she is. She plays as Vi. Yes.
So two back-to-back, like, outstanding, well, arguably outstanding series, and then going forward, Arcane's probably going to get renewed. Who knows if Hawkeye gets a renewal on a season? But knowing what we know about Marvel characters, we could very well see Haley Steinfeld appear in movies in the future.
Yeah. Very much so. Very much so. And I hope we do. I hope we do. She deserves the love. She deserves the attention. She's been a good fucking actress. She's Filipino, Black, and Jewish. Fucking great. Even more representation in the MCU. Give it to us. Just pour that shit straight into my mouth. You know what I mean? Yeah. No. This.
Hold on.
Yeah, this show and Haley Steinfeld. This
Taylor, did you get that?
Yeah, I know, right? I know.
Did you get that?
The show just handles everything that it's trying to do in such a level of grace that I feel like a lot of people weren't about, because it wasn't quite what we've been spoiled by the MCU, I guess, is kind of my point. There's a lot of people that are like, I don't really know if I fuck with this, because it's not quite at that MCU level of hype that we're used to. Let's go. I have grievances about Pitch Perfect 3 with her, but that's about it. Listen, Pitch Perfect 3 was just kind of a letdown, generally speaking. But to be fair, Pitch Perfect 1 was so incredibly good. It's hard to follow up with that, right? Like,
so I never really got around to watching Pitch Perfect, but can anyone answer this?
You motherfucker.
Why did people, like, when Pitch Perfect came out, why did everyone say that I reminded them of the Asian girl in that?
Because you kind of are. You kind of are. Like, if you talked at like negative 15 decibels, you would be her. You would be her. Yeah. Watch it to understand.
I'm gonna
watch it, and you will understand. Yeah. Anyways. What I will say before I move into some of the important stuff, such as representation, Husky, he is the Asian girl from Pitch Perfect. It's true, dog. It's so true. The final episode, I'm very, very 50-50 on.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah, there's some stuff that was really dope, but there were a lot of things that felt very anticlimactic. I was hoping not for like a lot of like let's fucking go moments, like the Ernell Pearson let's get fucking hype moment, you know what I'm saying? Get hype, Ernell Pearson's get hype moment, brought to you by Cock and Bull. I wasn't looking necessarily for that.
Here at GK, we choose not to fish for sponsors.
Yes, correct.
But sponsor us.
Our email is goodkrakenpodcast@gmail.com. So there was just more that I was wanting them to do, and they did some of it in the last episode. There was a lot of like loose ends that were tied off in the last episode, and that's awesome. Like, I hate when they leave things like extremely open ended with these shows. They tied off. Fucking surreal in chat. I ate my twin in the womb.
What the fuck? What is it?
Watch Pitch Perfect. You'll understand.
That's in the movie.
It's in the movie. That's in the Xander. I need you to understand. So first off, I need you to actually listen to Husky here. I need you to say "I ate my twin in the womb," but I need you to whisper it into the microphone really quietly. As quiet as you can be, but people can still hear you.
I ate my twin in the womb.
Guys, it is confirmed. It is confirmed. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. It is confirmed.
Going to watch the movie.
Oh, for audio listeners, Xander walked off. He can't handle the heat. He can't handle the heat. Xander, I need you to understand that Pitch Perfect is the most like you and me ass movie on the face of this fucking planet. Period. Okay. Like, you need to watch Pitch Perfect. I refuse for you to go much longer without watching it, dog. You need to, and then get back to me about it, because you're gonna fucking love it. You're gonna love it so much. So the I don't know. I guess to sort of to put a cap on it on this end, it did some things that I felt like should have been more. There should have been a little bit more, right? God damn it! Now Cyril's saying that you have to do it again, but you have to look at the camera when you do it. You have to look at the camera when you do it. So you gotta do it one more time. Gotta do it one more time, but look at the camera when you say it. Okay. Yeah.
Where's the camera? Where's the camera? The camera? The camera?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on.
Okay.
I got this.
Yeah. Yes. Of course. Okay. Go ahead. That's my drum roll sound.
All right.
Okay. There you go.
I ate my twin in the womb.
Perfect. Wow, I didn't realize that. I thought this was the Good Kraken podcast. It's actually just Pitch Perfect, the podcast. That's all it is. That's all it is. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Anyways, back to Hawkeye. The ending was tight for what it did. There was just so much that it could have done, and it just did not do it. And I think that they kind of just took the safe route. And because they took the safe route, it's sort of like whereas the rest of the show was just incredible. A lot of the final episode, let's go clip to you. Let's go. A lot of the final episode was just kind of mid to me.
Yeah.
Like just like, yeah, it's fine. You know,
yeah, I would say, like, my overall that, like, this series, if you're expecting like highball MCU, like Eternals level fucking just cosmic just nonsense, and shit, this ain't it. This ain't it.
Not it.
This is a good series based in the MCU.
Yeah,
that's what
it's fine. It's
because
I
could see myself watching this like how I would watch, like, you know, like back when I used to watch like Criminal Minds with my dad and stuff like that. Like, like it's a good just like I would love to see this continue as a series, just focusing on the ground level stuff.
Yeah.
And then, you know, who knows, other characters in the ground level of the streets of New York.
Yeah.
Thwip. Yeah. Could show up, or, you know, some other characters I can't see. You know, stuff like that.
Now, to kind of keep the ball rolling here, the representation stuff, okay? So as someone who is hard of hearing, that has unilateral hearing loss, the deaf representation of the show is just absolutely fucking outstanding. Like, I like have been waiting for so long for when they were going to start giving us a deaf Hawkeye, and the fact that they started navigating towards that is just awesome. The way they handled it was awesome. The representation, not just with him, but with Maya Lopez, aka Alaqua Cox, just oh my god, they handled that so fucking incredibly well. Having him sign but not know how to sign like fluently, like they just, the deaf representation was just out of this fucking world. Now I also want to bring it to attention. Some people saw me or saw Good Kraken tweeted out last week, but just as a reminder to everybody, Alaqua Cox, who plays as one Echo, or Maya Lopez is her name in the show, is a indigenous deaf amputee actress playing as Echo, who is a deaf amputee indigenous character. And I cannot even just begin to fathom how good Kevin Feige and all the other producers for Marvel, how fucking good they are at casting these days. I cannot believe that they pulled that off. That is such a specific fucking thing to like say like, hey, we need someone that can play this character. Well, this character has this, this, and this, and they said bet, and they fucking found it. I cannot believe that they pulled it off, dude. Fucking bravo to them for that, man.
And that begs the question, like, was she aware of this character before?
I don't know.
Was she aware of this character, and did this character did that character speak out to her in any way to where like, oh my god, there's I have representation in the comic books right here, and like that's something to look up to. Which I mean, like I used to look up to a lot of characters in comics books. I always wanted like see if actors that are very in a sense of the word niche, very specific characters like that, like if they in actors that can portray that, if they have any characters like that in their life that inspire them to be what they are now.
Yeah, no, 100%. And like the cool thing too is that like this is technically Alaqua Cox's like first role, like period, at all. And just the fact now that like her career is only going to take out, like it's exactly like Esco saying, like such a great opportunity for her. Like dude, like playing a part in the MCU is a fucking life changer, right? Like you go into the MCU, you're guaranteed that you're going somewhere from there, right? Like we've seen that so many fucking times before. And dude, it's rad that we're at this point now where we have things like Shang-Chi. We have things like Alaqua Cox playing as Echo. Like the list fucking goes on, dude. Like the amount of representation, the way it's being handled by Marvel, even in Eternals, like just I'm so mind blown by how they're handling it now compared to 10 years ago, where we were all like, well, when are we going to get this still? And now it's just like we can just expect that they're going to handle representation in a way that pays homage to the characters, but also makes us happy with the representation that we're being given, right? And it's like, we've talked to Genesee before too, how like gay representation has been very, very timid when it comes to Disney side of things. And then having them handle gay representation the way they did in Eternals was just magnificent. Like they're handling it in such a way going forward that I've just been fucking waiting for so long for them to do, and it feels good. It feels good now, and that's what we've been fucking waiting for. Esco in the chat says, my boyfriend had no idea, and I only knew because of your tweets, so thank you for the knowledge. Of course, Esco. Like, I know Esco, Surreal, Husky's been here for a long while, but when we first started Good Kraken, like, our secondary focus on the show is actually talking about marginalized groups and, like, socioeconomics. So it's like, the underneath layer of all of our bullshit that we give you guys here on this show, our entire team is marginalized people in one way or another. Like me being a POC, like disabled person, you're a POC. Devin is indigenous. Garrick is nearly deaf too. He's disabled as well. Genesee is gay. Raven is gay and mixed, like black. And like our entire team is a group of marginalized people. And so like when we see us getting this representation the way that we want it, we see you guys at home getting the representation that you want, and seeing yourself in the characters that you love and appreciate, and seeing your entertainment, it fucking feels good when it's done correctly. It fucking feels good when it's done correctly. And fucking bravo to Marvel for fucking pulling it off, dude. I can't wait. And it's only going to be more. We still have Miss Marvel, who's an Indian girl with an Indian family. They're going to give us that. That's going to be way fucking dope to see that on screen, too. Like, the most of that, though, we've even gotten at all is the character in Eternals. And even then, that was still very, like, light work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was very light.
Very, very light. And now they're going to venture into that course, and they're only going to venture further.
Even some of the small like side characters, like when we did our Spider-Man review,
yes,
I could not wait to talk to you about Ned and his grandmother.
Give me a Filipino hobgoblin and I will fucking go off, dog. I swear to God. The most Filipino ass fucking scene of a movie in so long that is not just a straight up Filipino movie is in Spider-Man No Way Home. And I cannot tell you how hard I was fucking dying hearing Ned's grandma talk and hearing my mom like speaking those words behind me, and Devin could hear me dying because I'm understanding every single word that his grandma was saying, and I'm like, oh, dude, God, this is so Filipino.
Even on the other side of the goddamn country, I am watching this scene. I'm like, oh my God, Ernell is going to fucking love this.
I'm so glad they canonized him as Filipino. So I fucking needed him that in my life.
I remember like. I was immediately transported back to like middle school when I had one of my closest friends at the time. He's Filipino as well. And I remember going over to his house and had the smell of lumpia filling the air and everything. And all of a sudden, like we do like one thing wrong or something like that. And his mom and his grandmother living with them, they'd both be on our asses, like shouting to the rooftops in Tagalog. And I was like, oh my God, what did they say? And he was like, they said to pick up after yourself and there's no shoes in the house. You should know that you're Asian. I'm like, fuck. Yeah, you're right. My bad.
Like, putang anymore. And they're just like screaming at you from the living room. Just like, yeah, eat your fucking rice. Eat your rice. And like, forcing you to fucking eat because they don't want you to go hungry. You know, you just ate lunch.
Dude, every time I left that house, they had to roll me out. And I was just like, oh.
They're giving you Tupperware that they're like, no, just keep it. Yes. Just keep it. Like you don't leave without eating food in that fucking Filipino household. I'm telling you, not even the island household. And that's the beauty of those two things combined with us. It's like the island allows everyone to eat. The Filipino forces everyone to eat. So it's just the two imbued is perfect. It's perfect. Anyways, Hawkeye was fun. It was a really, really fun show. I think the things that it did handle well were handled extremely well. The things that it could have done better were, they were fine. They weren't bad. There were no bad moments of this show. And that's one thing that I want to make abundantly clear first off, because there were some things of other shows that were bad and they were very bad. And because of such, like, it tempered down things a little bit. Like, WandaVision could have been so much more if they did things just a little bit differently. Like if they would have handled the lows just in a different way, that show would have been a fucking 9 out of 10 easily any fucking day of the week. Loki, there's a couple of things that they could have done differently there that would have definitely made that show a fucking 9 out of 10. Even Captain America and Winter Soldier now, whereas before we knew it, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, even that had some moments that could have been handled a lot better. Husky says, I will say this. I didn't hear like anything negative about Hawkeye, whereas I did with others. Exactly, Husky. Yeah, like Hawkeye was fine. It was fine. Like it was.
I think people tempered their expectations a little bit more this time around because with everything else, like people like to have these gigantic, dreamt up ideas in their head going into something. Mephisto, and after a while, they start to get the hang of it. Like, okay, hold on. I'm thinking a little too far ahead. They're thinking, they're going to slow play it. Let's go into this with a little bit more of a, like a tempered mindset, Yeah.
Esco mentions in the chat, WandaVision was the most pirated show according to Torrent Freak. We were we were thinking about putting that in little waves, but we were like, nah, it's not quite news. But that's fucking funny to think about though. But no, you're right though, right? Like the other shows kind of like they kind of walked so that this one could run, and it's like I think you make a very good point about like kind of just in summary, like we're all just spoiled by the MCU at this point. It's like, when we started going into the MCU shows, knowing that they were still being produced, still being directed by some of the people involved in the greater MCU films, we were sort of expecting something different, and I think that's why WandaVision hit in a different way, because the highs in WandaVision were like high. Like those emotional fucking moments, dog. I remember us talking about how much
Yeah.
fucking mess we were for WandaVision, man. Like me and Genesee spent fucking 2 hours talking about how WandaVision was just broke our fucking hearts, just crushed our souls on so many parts. But then there were other times that I was like, we didn't need that. We didn't need that little thing that you guys did there. And
Ralph Boner.
Yeah, we didn't need that. We didn't need that at all. That was extremely fucking unnecessary.
That is probably, at this point, we're in the last week of 2021. Mm-hmm. That is my biggest disappointment of 2021. Ralph fucking Boner.
Really? Not the Omarion variant? Not the Omarion variant? It's not.
No, because that's a fucking jam.
Got this ice box where my lungs used to be.
It was a great cover by There for Tomorrow.
Husky says false. Oh god, here we go. What's Husky gonna say is the biggest disappointment? WB hasn't fired all the CEOs.
Okay, fair.
Okay, here's the deal.
I'll give that one.
Husky.
I'll give them that one.
Warner Brothers has been needing to fire their CEOs for a really fucking long time, dog. Those CEOs for WB have just not been making good decisions for that company in a really fucking long time. You're telling us they gave us a sequel to Space Jam? Are you fucking kidding me? Get the fuck out of here.
It was unnecessary.
Get the fuck out of here.
And you can't sell me with a little fucking cameo from Rick and Morty, okay?
No.
Okay?
No.
Fuck off.
Warner
Brothers.
Fuck
off.
Guys,
I don't speak on behalf of GK with that one. I'll take that one. If you want to comment, go to It's Xander Official at outlook.com.
Yeah.
Write me.
Promote it on itsxander.tv. Yeah. Griff in the chat. What's happening, Griff, dude?
Ooh, Griff is here.
Okay, so now just to let you guys know in chat, we are now going to move for 15 minutes. We're going to talk spoilers on Hawkeye. Okay, we're going to talk spoilers on Hawkeye. So we're just giving you guys heads up here. If you have not watched Hawkeye yet and you don't want spoilers, we love you. Come back, go finish the show, come back, listen to this, and we will be here for you. And time you leave. Oh, Griff! Oh, no! Oh, it's time to watch Hawkeye. Oh, we love you, Griff. We're sorry, baby. We're sorry. Well, I mean, here. Hold on, though.
Do you care about spoilers?
Hold on, though. Well, no. Here's the deal, okay? Because I want to cater to all of our listeners. I don't want to just like boot Griff out or anything like that. You know what I mean? I don't want to just boot Griff out. If you guys want, we can just hold off on spoilers for post-show stuff. We can do that so that our wonderful people like Griff can just watch a show and then can if he wants these spoiler stuff, can join our Patreon. Or I just don't want to spoil it for Griff. I want everyone to be in the same boat here, okay? What I can say, because me and Xander are pretty good about spoiler talk stuff. We're pretty good at this stuff. Unlike Genesee, who is terrible about spoilers. We love you, Genesee. We love you. We love you so much. Yeah, we'll wait on spoilers. What I can say is that there is some big fucking hype shit in this show that if you've been a Marvel fan for a while, it's gonna fucking hit. It's gonna fucking hit. And you are gonna love every goddamn juicy second of it. And they do such a good job of building to it. They do such a fucking good job of using this show and like having this sort of like C plot underneath that we didn't really like think about, because there's like an A plot, a B plot, a C plot, and a D plot. And all of them are sort of like moving along with each other. And the content never pulls off 4 different plot lines at the same time well. Like, the industry is really bad at doing that, and they pulled that off beautifully in this. Fucking beautifully in this, dude.
If you're talking about what I'm think you're talking about, I think I messaged you about it, or I think I posted in the Discord spoilers media.
Guys,
like
leave Griff alone. Leave Griff alone in chat. We want to support Griff. You guys want spoilers? Go to patreon.com/goodkrakenshow and there. For even just $5 a month, okay, you can get our post show where you will catch us talking spoilers, okay? You can catch us talking spoilers, all right. Leave Griff alone. We love Griff here. Griff's family, all right? Yes, Xander. I do believe it was the thing we were talking about. And goddamn, did that feel good to finally have.
Oh wait, I didn't do the right one. I didn't do the right one. Hold on.
No, the right one? No, it's backwards. You gotta flip it. You gotta flip it now.
God damn it.
Yeah, I know. Because when we're on 2Cam, I have you the other way. I know.
Technical difficulties.
Oh, there you go. Patreon.com. There you go. Let's go. But I need to save money for an Octoputhy hoodie.
Wait. Huh? You're gonna make me look this up.
Please do. What? Please do. Right, Griff? A what now? No, they handle the big surprises really well. They handle relationships between Haley Steinfeld and the first big surprise so well. That shit was a fucking bop. Dude, okay, what'd you find out? I see that face. What'd you find out?
I'm not sure if I'm looking at the right thing.
Surreal says show it. I refuse to show that when we're live on Twitch because there's a lot of things that can pop up for that in a search bar. Okay.
I mean, what I'm seeing right now is kind of on brand.
Oh, Esco's saying when you guys have a hoodie for Good Kraken. And I like that.
Gotcha.
I like that. Mm-hmm. All of you naughty.
Do we want to read Genesee's write-in?
Yes, actually, I was just about to get to that here in a second. We can get the.
I got it right here.
You do? Okay, yeah. Go ahead and read it off for me. Yeah. Thank you.
All right, so this comes in from our very own Genesee Gabrielle. So, stating here, Hawkeye was a fun, lively show that centers themes of family, community, purpose, and forgiveness. I couldn't get enough of it. Start to finish, the show was a blast. Sometimes literally, which, yeah.
Very much so.
It was literally a blast.
Literally a blast, yeah.
The last 3 episodes couldn't be more engaging and rewarding as a viewer. If you like wild action scenes, buddy cop vibes, or are a sucker for Haley Steinfeld like myself, this is a show for you. As a TV show, I give it a 10 out of 10. As a piece of MCU content, I give it a 9-ish.
Sure. That's fair. I'll
very,
take that.
very... What's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of it. It's past my bedtime. I can't think of the word.
Well, that's fair.
But it's a very generous score, I would say.
It is. It is a very generous score. It is. Yeah. No. Let's. With that said, Xander, what would you score this show?
I would give it like a 7.5 overall. As being a show that I see a lot of potential. There were a lot of great moments, but there's still a little bit, left to be desired. And I would like to see a continuation of the series to build upon what they've started.
Sure.
Granted, given the overall scheme of things with the MCU, it doesn't seem like there would necessarily be a season 2 right off the bat, and the continuation would be the confirmed Echo series to come out. So I feel like that's kind of the model that they're following there. Whereas like you're not necessarily following one series, but you're following multiple series that kind of like go in tandem with each other.
Sure.
But yeah, like I'm looking forward to seeing more, and I want to see them expand on this.
Okay. Dope. Now, before I get to my score here, I want to make sure that we get some other Good Kraken opinions. So I know all of us here at Good Kraken have watched the show, and I want to help out guys like Griff that are waiting for our opinions on this. So, Griff does say, Esco, I know that feeling. The waifu is camping with her fan for 2 weeks. I have 1 episode of The Witcher left, and she will not let me watch until she's back. Damn, that's fair though, because that's a good episode.
We just talked about The Witcher.
I know, dog. It's so good. I know, like, oh, Griff, I'm so sorry. But I get it though. In my long distance relationship, I still have to get Aaron caught up. But Aaron understands too that like as content creator that we have to consume content all the time. They're fine with me consuming this content that we kind of backtrack afterwards. With that said, I am going to make a phone call here to get another opinion that we need.
Is that the Crimson?
Not quite.
Hey, what's up, man?
Devin Stanford, you're on the Good Kraken podcast. How you doing, baby?
Oh, just got a cough going. What's up?
Yeah. Hey,
so alien squirrels.
I have an important question for you, my friend. What would you score season 1 of Hawkeye?
I'd give it a solid 8 out of 10. Absolutely. Okay. I felt like it hit some good points. And my only complaint really is just the length of the season. It should have been. I feel like it could have been a couple episodes longer. Other than that,
sure.
It was a good show. It was a good show. It was a nice in-depth look at Hawkeye. It was seeing an emotional side of him. It's seeing him actually fleshed out, which he doesn't really get that opportunity in a lot of the movies, especially since he never had his own standalone.
Sure. All right, baby. Well, I'll send you back off to fight those alien squirrels for us. I love you, and we'll talk to you later. Okay.
I love y'all. Later, guys.
Bye.
I love that he doesn't even question that.
Nope. All these fuckers are used to it now, right?
Yeah.
Now we have to get the last consensus here.
Hello?
Garrick Eakin, you're on the Good Kraken podcast. How are you?
Bitch, I know what I'm on.
Damn, you right. You fucking right, King. You right. Garrick, I have a very important question for you.
What's up?
What would you rate Hawkeye season 1?
I would give it an 8 out of 10. It's the easiest of the Marvel Disney Plus shows to watch.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you, baby. You have fun. You enjoy your time with your family, and we love you, and we'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, love you. Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye. Ladies and gentlemen, it sounds like Hawkeye's average score across the board here is going to be an 8 out of 10. So there you go. 8 out of 10. Hawkeye. Let's fucking get it.
One last thing that I
Go
completely forgot to mention. As a married individual, seeing the dynamic between Clint and Laura throughout this series was fucking phenomenal.
So good.
They are not just your average married couple. They are a working fucking team, and I love every minute of it. Because she knows how badly Hawkeye wants to make it home for Christmas. Right? Especially when you put into perspective, if you've watched Endgame, he has spent the last 5 Christmases without his family.
Yeah.
And this Christmas means a lot to him.
Yeah,
but the fact that he can't make it, stop. But like that, like you put that, in the back of your mind while you're watching this, and it's not like every other fucking show where it's just like, the partners or like, oh no, fuck all that. You should be here. Yeah. You're such a horrible fucking person for neglecting your family, blah blah blah. She's not like that.
The entirety of Breaking Bad, right? I know,
dude. The entire time she's sitting there like, all right, what do you need to do? What can I do to help? We need to get this taken care of so that you can finally come home. And I was like, fucking yes, let's fucking go. Yeah. So that right there kind of sold the series for me. Just as a married individual, seeing that, I'm like, that's couple gold.
Also just the fact that I've been
your Suicide Squad and Joker and Harley Quinn bullshit relationship goals. No, that's fucking toxic. You should not look at that as relationship goals.
Never.
You should look at Clint and Laura as fucking relationship goals. That is fucking.
Not to mention too the fact that that I've been wanting to marry Linda Cardellini myself since I was like 16, but we don't have to talk about that. You know what I'm saying? Like
I saw her. I saw. So quick story. So back when we lived in the Florida Keys, Jackie was working part-time at a salon in Tavernier, Florida, in the Florida Keys. At the time, they were filming that Netflix show. It's like Blood something.
Bird Box.
No. It was a Netflix show.
Squid
Anyway,
Game. Squid
they were
Game.
filming that show. It was really big on Netflix for a while. But they were filming at the same, like, where the salon was. It was one of those, like, kind of like mini mall areas where there's a second level. And when I went to go pick up,
it was Zombiever.
No. So hold on, I'm about to Bloodline.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
So I went to go pick up Jackie from the salon, and I'm just like parked at like across at the, like, there's like this little sandwich shop or whatever. And I get out of the car and I look up, and Linda Cardellini is like on the balcony right above Jackie. I'm like, huh?
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
I wanted so badly to go up and just say hi, but I was like, no, that would look weird. Like, I had this whole internal monologue, and like Jackie shows up out of nowhere and she's like, hey, you ready to go? I'm like, oh, fuck. Yeah, let's go.
Listen, I had two childhood crushes. Okay. One of them was Velma. The other was Amy Lee of Evanescence. But Velma has been just a lifelong love. And if I can get Linda Cardellini as literally any character on the planet, that's fine. I'm fine with that. Just like you guys at home are fine with our schedule this week. So tomorrow we are back with Ocean Shrine story time, continuation of us playing Horizon Zero Dawn. Unfortunately, I am going to have to get to a point where I'm playing some of Horizon Zero Dawn off stream. So you guys, from this point forward, when we come back to Ocean Shrine story time, you guys might get some time jumps, but I will fill you guys in on stuff that has happened. I am trying to get this game actually beat and completed before Forbidden West comes out in February, because contrary to Devin's belief, it looks like that game's actually coming out in February. Fuck you, Devin.
Fuck you, Devin.
And then Thursday, we got another Shipwreck Show live recording. If you want that, go hit patreon.com/GoodKraken Show.
That's my
watch
topic
that
this week,
live on our YouTube. It is your topic for the headlining segment. This is Xander. Yeah, you're gonna have to think and juicy for that. On Friday and Saturday, we are observing New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, so we will not be doing any content on those days. But we will be back next Tuesday with another Good Kraken podcast. Actually, a very fun start to something that we got planned going on here in a couple of weeks. We'll be filling you guys in. Griff says I would stake my.
You guys, all right.
Right. Griff says I would stake my entire comic book collection on it coming out in February. That's what I'm saying, Griff. That's what I'm saying, man. Man, Devin's wild, dog. Devin's wild. Guys, please let us know in the comments below what your thoughts were on Disney Plus's Hawkeye. Give us your rating, give us your thoughts, how much you loved it, how much you hated it. We love hearing from you guys. Please let us know. In the meantime, y'all, this has been the Good Kraken Podcast. Your choice for all the nerdy video game and pop media news, reviews, and discussions that you wanted to hear. Live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. and Saturday at 12 p.m. right here at twitch.tv/GoodKrakenShow. If you enjoyed the show, you can head on over to patreon.com/GoodKrakenShow, where you can submit questions and topics to the show. You get exclusive post-show content, and you have early access to episodes before they go live on podcasts and video services across the digital sea. Give it to me, Xander. Give it to me. Give me the arc. You motherfucker. You can support us by going to our YouTube channel by clicking that beautiful bell and big red button, or by subscribing to our podcast channel by searching Good Kraken with an exclamation mark and leaving a review there. We have a post show to go record, but until next time, my friends, be good to each other.
Be not afraid.